welcome to Psychologies. I'm Helen Burgess, one of the Barefoot coaches and the author of this 4-week programme, How to be Agile in the Post-COVID World. The programme aims to move you back to feeling lighter, more agile in your thinking, keen to take more control both in your home and relationships and within your career. This is week 2, and this is where we focus on the important relationships in your life. You can subscribe to Psychologies magazine to access the full course, including the workbooks, either using the caption in this video link or by going to the Life Leap Club website page where you register, or if you've not used it before, sign in. Over the last 12 months, the changes of COVID-19 have frequently made us focus on our physical needs of keeping ourselves and those important to us safe away from the threat of the virus. However, if we are to thrive, it's really important that we also have our emotional needs met, and many of these are bound up in the relationships and our place in the wider community. This week, I've focused my exercises and questions to helping you review those important relationships in your life. Giving consideration to each in turn and thinking about how they've been impacted by COVID-19, thinking about where they're better and where they're worse. It's an opportunity to recognise who drains your energy and negatively impacts your mood so that you can take positive action to reduce their impact on you. It's also an opportunity to recognise those positive relationships that are being neglected and take some time to consider what you're prepared to do to change this. Over the last 12 months, you may have noticed that your mood is quite fragile. Small triggers can take away your sense of well-being and happiness. This can also be reflected in your relationships, and it can result in a loss of confidence in those relationships. When we're fearful, our emotional brain may lead us into a freeze state, where we hope that by doing nothing, things will get better on their own. When this happens, we don't feel brave enough to have the conversations. We don't check if our fears are true. We make assumptions about what other people are thinking and take our actions based on those assumptions rather than actually checking the facts. In this post-COVID world, it's now important to take some active steps to regain your emotional stability and your stability in your relationships as well, so that you can start to thrive, to have fun, and to look forward to planning the future with those who are closest to you. This week's exercise in your workbook is about doing an audit of those relationships. The first stage is to write down the names and the relationship to you of all the key people in your life, both personally and professionally. And then consider, has the relationship got better, worse, or stayed the same over the last 12 months? Having completed your audit, take a moment to review the results. Are you surprised by them? After the exercise, there's 10 follow-up questions, and please answer them as honestly and fully as you can. In the relationships that you've found feeling worse, you now have the ability to make improvements. In the ones that you know energize you, how can you spend more time with these people? Give some consideration also to what will happen if you don't make these changes in your life. Where will you be in 5 years if you don't now take some active steps to move relationships in the direction you want them to go? I really hope you find the exercise and the questions useful. I look forward to checking in with you next week when we'll be focusing on finances.